हाँ बोलिए ना सर। हाँ बोलिए ना। नहीं मैं नहीं हूँ, अभी मालिक सर बैठेंगे, मैं वो लाइव स्ट्रीम चालू करके दे रहा हूँ। हाँ भाई आके गए ना। हाँ लिया, लेकिन अभी बच्चे से पूछता हूँ मैं, ये मालिक सर कॉल के बाद कैसा था क्या था। चलेगा ना? नहीं लेकिन ऐसे मैंने तो देखो। हाँ हाँ, मैं बता सकता हूँ। चलो देखो, अपने सारे टीचर्स कितने कंसर्न रहते हैं खुद के। तो भाई आए थे पढ़ाने के लिए, फिर भी बोले नहीं पूछ लेना एक बार बच्चे से ये। हेलो, इसमें क्यों अटक गया? हाँ अब दिख गया अपन। चलो भाई आ गए आ गए आ गए आ गए। अटक रहा है ना इसको बंद कर दीजिए। चलो भाई आ गए आ गए। सर मान लेना आप शर्ट पे, बाकी मैं तो चलो। मान लेना आप शर्ट पे, बाकी मैं तो चलो। हेलो, अभी चल इसी ले ले भाई, थोड़ा अटक रहा है पता नहीं, तो अपन सब सही किया। हो जाएगा वो ठीक से। अच्छा किया। हाँ ये क्या बोल रहा हूँ? चलोगे नहीं? हल्का सा अटके रहो। स्क्रॉल कर दे। चलोगे नहीं? हल्का सा अटके रहो। थोड़ा जूम करना हो जूम कर दीजिए। देखो ऊपर प्लस, मैं अंदर से सुनता हूँ। हाँ पता नहीं, और नहीं। एक काम करो, अभी बोलो। हेलो हेलो, नहीं नहीं वो तो बोलो। अभी बोलो ना ऐसे। इसमें हेलो हेलो आ रहा है। चलो अंदर ही है, थोड़ा नीचे कर दो ना, आप नहीं दिख रहे अभी दिख रहे हैं।
Chapter number 2, unit number 2, theory of consumer behavior. Shall we start? Before starting the lecture, I have to just intimate you. This is not what we can say that it is just a reminder of the syllabus. Okay, we have to skip the figures, diagrams, schedules, charts. Okay, even the equations. We will just focus the main concept of the chapter. Okay, okay. So, what is the theory of consumer behavior? Whenever we think about the consumer, we always think about their wants, okay, their desires, their wishes, okay, as a producer. Okay. So in this chapter, we are going to learn how consumer behavior is. Okay. So first, there are three types of wish or wants. We can say necessities, comfort, and luxury. You must know about this. So what is necessary? What is comfort? And what is luxury? Can anybody tell me? Necessities can be told that these are the basic needs, we can say. What is comfort then? The things which are less important than the wants, basic wants. These are called comforts. Okay. And what is luxuries? Luxuries means expensive things. Okay. I will tell one example, then you will come to know what is the basic need, what is comfort, and what is luxury. Okay. Humans need that very inverted comma sentence. Okay, what is this? Food, shelter, and cloth. Okay, so these are all basic needs. Suppose the needs have been completed, then we just go forward for the comfortable things. For example, the clothes are necessity, but the fashionable clothes. Okay, you want clothes, but your desire converted into that we have to buy the fashionable clothes. Okay, or the house hut can be also manageable if we are thinking about basic need. Okay, but we wish to have the bungalow and all. Okay, so it can be said that comfort. Okay, then we want castle, expensive things. Okay, these are there in the luxuries. Okay, is that clear? Okay. Then what we are going to cover in this chapter? What is the wants, luxuries, comforts? Okay. Afterwards, we will learn in this chapter marginal utility and total utility. Okay. Then what we learn here in this chapter, law of diminishing. Okay. Then what we will learn, consumer surplus. Okay. And indifference curve. These things are being covered in this chapter. Okay. Any problem with the want? Do you understand what is want? What is necessaries? What is comforts? What is luxuries? The next one is marginal and total utility. What is marginal utility? Marginal utility, whenever we see the schedule, then it is always said that the combination of the commodity is there. As the marginal utility is increases, then total utility will decrease. No, marginal utility decreasing when the total utility is increasing. Okay, is that clear? So you must know what is meant by utility then. What is utility? I once again repeat, economics, the concept of economics are hypothetical. Okay. Now utility is considered the satisfaction of the consumer for a particular good or service. This is utility. And what we are seeing in marginal utility, the graph or curve of that satisfaction for particular goods or services. Is that clear? Now you must know law of diminishing. What is law of diminishing? Yes. Okay. So this is called law of diminishing. Now we can also say that what we have learned in that particular schedule, whenever we are consuming a particular good. For example, we take the example of ice cream. Okay. Suppose a person is taking one ice cream, a cone of ice cream, we can say, or a parcel of ice cream, anything we can say. Okay. Then when he takes that ice cream, then what will be his utility? Marginal utility or total utility? We assume anything, 10, 20, whatever we can assume. Okay. He takes another one. Will it increase or decrease? Total utility will be increase or decrease? It will be increase. And what is about the marginal utility? It will also increase. Okay. He will take third one. Then what happened? Okay, we can say in simple sentence or simple language that his satisfaction is fulfilled now. Okay, the capacity of eating ice cream is 3 ice creams. We can say. Okay, when he will eat fourth ice cream, then what will happen? The satisfaction level will be converted into what? Dissatisfaction, disgustness. Okay, so these kind of things are considered into law of diminishing. Did you understand? Now we have to go towards consumer surplus. So what is consumer surplus? What is meant by surplus? Surplus on the part of consumer. For example, you are a consumer and you are getting surplus something. What you will be getting surplus? Okay, I will give one example. You went in the market to buy something. Okay, you have to buy a laptop. You assume that you have just set your mind that you have to buy a laptop in 25,000 only. Okay, this is your estimate. This is your expected what we can price of laptop in your mind. Okay, then you went in the market, you saw so many laptops, then you selected one and its price is not 25,000, its price is 24,000. Okay, so 1,000 less than your expectation. So can we say that surplus, consumer surplus? Yes, it is consumer surplus. Okay, if it is equal, your expectation is 25,000, you got that laptop in 25,000, and it is called equilibrium price. Okay, clear? Now what is indifference curve? As I told you that we have just skipped all the diagrams, all the figures, charts, schedules, even equations, as we have less time to explain all the things. Okay, that's why I think no one should misinterpret the lecture. Okay, what is indifference curve? As we know that all the things marginal utility, total utility, these are just the hypothetical things to understand the concept. Okay, actually the things are considered psychological if we think about the consumer's mentality. Okay, actually these things are psychological. Satisfaction, can we measure the satisfaction in something? No, we cannot measure. That's why it can be called psychological things. Whenever psychological or scientific things are measured hypothetically, okay, and these are shown in a particular graph, whether it is in shifting, whether the moments are there in that particular satisfaction of the consumer. Okay, that then we can consider it in difference of a particular group. Okay? Theoretically, we can say like that. Okay? For example, how much satisfaction a consumer gets whenever he consume a particular goods. It is there in that particular curve. We can see. Is that clear? Any problem? So these are the main or important concepts in this particular unit. Did you understand? Shall we go further? Unit number 3, supply. If you have any problem regarding this, you can ask me. Otherwise, we will go further. Gayatri, any question? What is meant by supply? What is supply? Whenever producers, any producer, offer goods and services, he is able to offer goods and services to the consumer, then it can be called supply. Okay, it is up to the demand of the consumer. However, the demand is, the supply can be supplied accordingly. Okay, the quantity of that particular commodity will be there. So, in short, we can define supply like this. Okay, so what we are going to cover in this chapter, we are going to cover what is supply, a very short definition of supply, then the determinants of supply, which parts are there that can determine the supply. Okay, then law of supply, elasticity of supply. Okay, and the types of supply we have to cover in this chapter with equilibrium price, which is also important. We will just define what is equilibrium price. Okay, so did you understand what is supply? Supply is goods and services provided by a producer for the consumer. Okay, the producer is whether able to offer particular commodity or goods or services to the consumer. This is called supply. हाँ सर, हाँ पेज यहाँ पे देखो सर, एक मिनट. हाँ 1 से 12 पॉइंट. नहीं नहीं, मैंने पेज ये नहीं किया सर, डायरेक्टली शुरू कर. हाँ चलेगा चलेगा. हाँ कर रहा हूँ. और आगे. हाँ बोलिए सर. हाँ बोलो. ओके चलो. बस कर दिया सर. हाँ. अच्छा, okay. Okay. So what are the determinants of supply? Determinants means what? What is mean by determinants? In simple language, the things which can support the supply. Okay. The things which can consist or which can contribute for the supply. We can say. For example, price of the good. Okay. If the price of the goods is not less or not feasible, then supply will be remain with the producers only. Consumers cannot buy that particular commodities. Okay. So if you want to just sell commodities, just increase our supply, then we have to just think about the price of that particular commodity. Okay. Then second one, prices of related goods. Related goods means what? I think these things already we have discussed first. Prices of factors of production. Okay. For example, which kind of factors are there for making that particular commodity? Okay. We are selling that commodity in particular price. Whether the price is appropriate to sell or not, this should be also a topic to think about, because the expenditure for that production cost, we can say, if it is not covered in that particular price, then we will be in loss. We means what? Producers. State of technology. Okay. Then government policy. These things also influence this supply of the producers. Okay. Nature of competition and size of industry. Expectations. Whose expectations? Expectations of the consumers. Number of sellers. Other factors. These are the factors which can determine our supply of the producer. Okay. If producer is not thinking about these things, then his supply, his commodity can be remain in the godowns of his particular company. Okay. For example, he has made the commodity, but the policy of the state, policy of the government is not allowing him. Then he has to think about the policies as well. Okay. Number of sellers. How many sellers are there in the market with the same commodity? Okay. He has to think about. Did you understand? The law of supply. What is the law of supply? It is very simple law. Whenever a supply is, quantity of the commodities are out for the distribution. Before that, a producer has to just calculate all the things, whether production cost, labor cost, all the cost making for that particular product. Okay, and whether he is getting benefit, getting profit from that particular commodity, selling it. Okay, so this is the process, whether he is getting profit or not from that particular commodity. This is the law of supply in short. Okay. What is elasticity of supply? Elasticity, change in supply. Okay. Now here the change here, the meaning of the change is very positive. Responsiveness, how much quantity has been sold or supplied. Okay, that responsiveness is called elasticity of supply. Okay, we already learned these things, that perfectly elastic, inelastic. Okay. These are the type of elasticity of supply. All the types are given here, that we already discussed in previous chapter. Okay, what is elasticity? what is inelastic, what is perfectly elastic, what is perfectly inelastic, what is unit elastic. All the things are given here. Okay, you know the concept of elasticity or inelasticity. Okay, clear? What is equilibrium price? I think I already told you what is equilibrium price. Yes, yes, demand and supply meets at a particular point. Okay, if you want to make it simple, then the buyer's expectation price and the offer price of the producer. Okay, both are the same, similar. Then it is called equilibrium of price. Okay, in this way, we have summed up chapter number 2. Chapter number 3, theory of production and cost. Definition of James Bates and J.R. Pattinson. We will see that definition first. Okay, we will cover factors of production, production function, production optimization, short run versus long run function. Okay, these important topics will be covered in this chapter. Okay, look at the definition. Production is the organized activity of transforming resources into finished products in the form of goods and services. And the objective of production is to satisfy the demand of such transformed resources. Okay, so this is called production, theory of production, we can say, given the cost. Factors are given here. First factor is land, then labor, capital, entrepreneur. These are the important factors of production. Okay. If there is no land, then what will happen? We cannot establish a particular business. Any of the factor we have just removed from that particular structure, then the production will be just stopped there. Okay. So each and every factor of that production is important. Okay. If laborers are not there, labor is not there, then it will not work. Importantly, capital should be there. All the kinds of capital should be there. Okay. And most important is entrepreneur. The owner of that particular one should be there. Okay, what is production function then? We can just define it in 2 lines only if you want. Production function means what? Production function. What it is? Yes. Output of input. Relation between input and output. For example, the resources can be called input for the production, and the result of that particular input can be called output. Okay, so the relationship between input as well as output, resource used for the production and the final product. Okay, both the things are related to each other, and this is the process of production, you can say. Okay, you know very well what is short run and long run. Okay, short run means here the short run for the period only. Okay, short period for long period. Okay, now you know the difference between, if you are a producer, you are producing something, a particular good you are producing, and it is for short period only, 4 months, 8 months. Okay, after that you have to just shut your what we can say, industry. Afterwards, when you want, you will just reopen your industry. Okay, so it is short run, we can say. What is long run? Long run, how long run is, a very minute difference is there. They have more, we can say, factories or firms. Okay, first they started this one, they shut it, and they started another one. They shut it, they started another one. You know very well that graph, U-shaped graph is there. Okay, whenever the production material is at low price, then the producer has to buy it, has to purchase it, and production will be there. Okay, when the prices will rise, then he has to stop. Okay, and he will just continue the another form. Okay, in this way that U shape will be there. Okay, and long run, we can say, this short run, we can say it is a long run. Is that clear? Are you getting me? Okay. So this is the difference between, or we can say, short run versus long run. Then what is production optimization? Production optimization means produce at minimum cost and sell it at maximum cost. Okay, in very simple language, we can say that the purpose of the emphasis of a particular producer is on to make a particular product in low cost and maximize the profit from it. Okay, any problem with this? I once again repeat, actually it should be repeat, that we are just taking the important points. Okay, we cannot cover all the points here because of less time. Okay, and we are just briefing the concepts as well. We are not going into detail. You also know very well that how many days we will take for the revision and what we are doing here. That's why. Okay, theory of cost, unit number 2. What is the theory of cost? What is cost? What is the concept of cost? Price of commodity. Okay, or a producer is paying something for that particular commodity which is made. Okay, what is the cost? The cost for the producer for making a particular commodity in simple language. Okay. So cost function, short run cost, short run and long run curves. We will cover these topics in this unit. What is cost function? What is cost function? It is very simple. Actually, it is mathematical relationship between cost of production and various cost. We can say. Okay. What is cost function? It's a mathematical relationship between cost of production and other costs. Short run total cost. What is short run total cost? In short run total cost, total fixed and variable costs are adjustable. Okay, these costs are adjustable in the short term. Okay, as we have discussed previously, that this short run is converted into long run. Okay, then there is one topic, economics and diseconomics. So what is economics? Economies means what? The expansion of firm, expansion of industries. Okay, these are included in the economies. And what is diseconomies? We can say disadvantage, or in other language, tones and does nots. We can say. Then internal and external are there. Okay. Yeah. Diseconomies. Okay. Economies and diseconomies. Economics means what? The firms, the industries that can be expanded. Expansion will be there of that particular industries. Okay. And what is diseconomies? We will see in business cycles how a particular business starts, go at the peak, then drowning. In this way, if the expansion is there in the business or in the industries, then there are some disadvantages also. Okay, so their disadvantages should be also converted into advantages. So that can be diseconomies. That diseconomies means what? Disadvantages. Understood? Chapter number 4. You are happy today? Price determination in different markets. What is market? What is meant by market? Which things are there in the market? Yes, buyers are there, sellers are there, commodities are there, goods are there, services are there. If the buyer is going to buy something, he is bargaining there. negotiation is there. Okay? All the things are there in the market. Okay? Classification of market, we can directly go to the class. You know the what we can say elements of market we have discussed now. Buyers, sellers, product or service, bargaining for price, knowledge about market conditions, one price for a product service at a given time. Okay. Now classification means what? How many types are there of market? Okay. It is given on the basis of geographical area, okay, on the basis of time and all. We will just see what we will see here: local market, regional market, okay, national market, and international market. Okay, so what is called local market? Local market means what? The market which is on a particular locality. That is local market. Okay, regional market, it is bigger than the local one. Okay? Then after that, which market is there? National market. You know very well what is national market, and you know very well also what is international. What we can say, the area is just going bigger and bigger. Okay? Local market can be at the village, at a town, or city. Okay. Regional market, it should be at the district. Okay, or a particular region of the districts, we can say. Then national market. Before national market, we can include one more there. That is state market, we can say. Okay, for understanding only. Yeah? Then national market. National market means what? Including the entire country. International market, overseas, we can say. Okay. Now we are going to see the types of the markets. Perfect competition. What is perfect competition? When we had learning this chapter, I have given one example. Actually, it was very cheap example of commodity which we use daily. What is perfect market? Who is prominent there? Seller, buyer, or both? Seller is prominent. How many sellers are there? Single seller is there, or so many sellers are there? So many sellers are there. Okay? So many sellers are there, so many buyers are there. Okay? Although the market is going very perfectly, very smooth. Why? Because a particular rule is there. What is the rule? No one can uh, lower the price. A particular set price is there. Okay. And how the structure of the market is? For example, a person is selling mobile in 10,000. Okay. The marginal price will be different. Okay. For example, a seller is getting that particular mobile in 8,000. Okay. He is selling it in 10,000. So a particular person is there, new seller is there, he can sell it in 9,000 as well. Okay, he can think that we will get 1,000 only as a benefit. Is it happen? It can be happen, but what happened in that particular market? In that particular, what we can say, sellers, among the sellers, no one will low the price. Okay, and afterwards he will be in the loss. Okay, so this is, in short, we can say a perfect market where the price is particularly set by all the sellers there. Did you understand? What is monopolistic competition? Okay. How many sellers and how many buyers are there? So many buyers and so many sellers are. Okay. Is it perfect market, perfect competition, or imperfect competition? Imperfect competition is there. Okay. Because not a set price is there for particular product for all. Okay. The example is given of shampoo. There are so many varieties of shampoos there in the market. Okay. Even the what we can say negotiation or the prices are there also with different prices are there. For example, a shampoo is also of 25 rupees cost. You can also buy a shampoo with 1 rupees. Okay. Monopolistic competition is like the competition where no one is prominent one there. Their product, their market, their commodities can be float in the market according to time. Okay. What is monopoly? Where there is only single seller. Example, very simple example and very wide example is there. Railways. Okay. What is monopoly there? What we use that particular word for monopoly. Okay. Now we are not going to use that word here, but you know very well what was that word. Monopoly means is there exploitation of the buyers in this competition in this particular market? Yes, exploitations of the buyers can be happen in this particular monopoly. Oligopoly. What is oligopoly? What is oligopoly? There are not so many sellers, but there are not a single seller also. Very few sellers are there. Okay, and the competition are there among them. Okay, example is telecom company. Okay? If we compare the example of shampoo manufacturers, okay, there are hundred of manufacturers of shampoos are there in the market, but telecom we can count it on the fingers. Okay, means oligopoly means a particular quantity of the sellers are there, not so large, not so less. Okay, and the competition is among them. Unit number 2, determination of prices. What is determination of prices? What is this? Interaction between demand and supply. For what? For the determination of the price. Okay. Actually, determination of equilibrium of price and quantity we can say. Okay. Did you understand the very short definition of this chapter, this unit? Interaction between demand and supply to determine what to determine price and quantity. Okay. For determination of price and quantity of a particular commodity, there is interaction between demand and supply. We can also apply here the law of demand, the law of supply. Okay. changes in demand, changes in supply. What it determines? It determines because of price. Because of price, demand has been changed. Because of price, supply has been changed. Okay. For example, the price is low, then demand will be high. Means what? The changes are there in the demand. Okay. The price is high, then demand will low. Always there is changes in the demand or supply, both. If demand is low, then supply will be low. Demand is high, supply will be high. Okay. So this notion is discussed in various forms. For example, graphical, okay, in schedule. This all the thing whatever we have defined right now. This is discussed in various forms. It is discussed in graphs. It is discussed in curves. Okay, how shifts are there? How the shift of the supply, how the shift of the demand has been changed in particular curve is given here. Unit number 3, price output determination under different market forms. Actually, it can be also a question. Can price output determination under different market forms? Yes, in different market forms it can be changed. Now we will discuss here perfect competition market. Okay. In perfect competition market, can the price change or the determination of prices can be changed? Yes, it can be changed. There will be so many changes according to competition or perfect. Okay. As an industrialist, suppose you are an industrialist or a producer, then how did you understand the profit is we are getting profit or we are not getting profit? Because of quantity of supply. Commodities are supplied in quantities. How many quantities there? Supplied quantity, demand, all the things will be there that can determine whether the commodity is giving you profit in a particular market. Okay. Here we can discuss one very important concept, that is super profit. Can anybody tell me what is super profit? The notion of the unit has been discussed in various forms here. That's why we are skipping this. Okay. What is super profit? What profit can be determined? How can we determine the profit? Which things are there on the basis of that we can determine our profit? Cost of the production, total revenue. Okay. For example, cost of the production is 1000. Okay. And total revenue is given something 1 lakh rupees. Okay. You don't have quantity of the commodities. Can you determine the profit? No. You must know the quantity of the commodities as well. Then you can determine the profit. Okay. The profit will be how it will be. production cost will be less, total revenue will be high or low. If total revenue will be high and your production cost will be low, then it can be considered for profit. Okay. For example, shall I give one example? Suppose I have made this phone. Okay. Production cost is 8,000 rupees. Okay. And I have sold it on 9,000 rupees. Okay. Then quantity has been sold 1,000. Okay. Then how can you determine the total revenue? What will be total revenue? Yes. Total revenue will be determined by the quantity of that particular commodities. Sold quantities of the commodities. Okay. Then what is average revenue? It is also important. Average revenue and average cost. Whenever average revenue will be more than the average total cost, then we can say that it is super profit. Okay. Otherwise, it is not said it is super profit. It will be normal profit. Okay. Are you getting me? We already have discussed all the things. The things are given here. Monopoly, how the monopoly market is there. What are the features of monopoly market? Okay. We already discussed. Okay. Last chapter, business cycles. What is business cycle? Who will tell me? What is business cycle? In your own words, you can say anything related to business cycle. Okay. We can say that the emergence of the business, okay, until its re-emergence. Okay, in simple language, you can say like this. Emergence means what? Starting of the business, okay, norms of the business, process of the business, okay. Then what happened? It will go. Its prosperity will be there. Afterwards, it will come downward. Okay. Then recession will be there. Then depression will be there. After that, business will be collapsed. No, it can be re-emerge. Re-emerge means what? Once again, it will be start. Okay? So we can say this is the business cycle. Cycle means what? a particular point of the starting is there, it has been come to that point also, and again it starts. Okay, in short we can say this is the business cycle. We can see in the phases of business cycle. What are the phases of business cycle? First is expansion. Expansion means what? A business has been started. Okay, slowly it will just become prosper. It will become bloom. Okay, uprising. Then it will going to expand itself. Okay, after that a particular point will be there where it will be at the peak. Okay, a particular point where it will be at the highest point, highest what we can say level of the business will be there. After that contraction will be there. What is contraction? Recession will be there. Okay, recession means reverse of the business will be there. Okay, then what happened after reverse? Depression can be there. Depression means it will become at the very low level. Okay, that level it can be said that otherwise the business will stop here, but what happened, it can be restarted. Okay, so in this way the business cycle goes on. Did you understand? You can see the diagram here. Expansion, peak, contraction, again expansion, peak, contraction, again expansion, peak, contraction. Okay, we can also show in cyclical diagram. Okay, why it is expanded? What is the reason? Whenever a business is started, okay, then so many people, even the employees, can be understood that it is the starting of the business. We can manage with the salary also. Okay, whenever business will be at the peak level, then our salaries would be also increase. This hope is there with the employees also. Okay, and the same thing happened whenever it is at the peak, the salaries of the employees has been increased. Okay, but after the recession, what happened? It started to come in reverse manner. Okay, means the employees are expecting more salary. Okay, they are experienced now and they have so many options. Okay, because of recession, businessmen cannot give them particular salary. Okay, they can leave the job. I am giving a very cheap example once again to understand the concept. Then what happened? They went away, business come down. Okay, recession converted into depression. Okay, then what a businessman should do? What businessman should do? He will restart it. The same company, the same firm, or the different business he can start. Okay, the same thing happened to that business also, because these are the phases of business that can continuously go on. Okay, what is peak? We have discussed what is peak. The prosperity of particular business is there. That is peak. What is meant by prosperity? What is prosperity? The expansion of that business, the broadness of the business, we can say. Contraction, what is contraction? It comes into reverse manner, started to come in reverse manner, and it has been reversed, fully reversed. Then you can say it is recession. Okay. Causes are given here, internal causes and external causes. Causes for business cycles. Okay. Fluctuation in effective demand. Now internal causes means what? The company is there, industry is there, okay, and the internal issues of that particular company or particular firm. Okay, that is internal issues. What is it? External causes or external issues which can be influenced by the outer or the atmospheric, national, state, whatever it may be. Okay, that can affect the business. Okay, fluctuations in effective demand means what? There is fluctuation, internal fluctuations in the company there, fluctuations in investment. What is meant by fluctuation? Changes. The changes are positive or negative. Generally, it can be mostly negative. Sometimes it can be positive. Okay. Variations in government spending, macroeconomics policies, money supply, psychological factors. So these are the factors that causes internally to a particular firm. Variations in government spending is what? Suddenly government has been applied a particular rule for the industries. Okay, or he can just changes the macroeconomical policies. Macroeconomic means what? Is it state policy or the union policy? It must be union policy. Okay? Money supply. Money supply means suppose a company is taking loans from banks, government banks. Okay. Suddenly government has decided not to give a particular firm loans and all. Then it can be fluctuation. Psychological factors. Psychological factors are always referred to the employees of that particular. Okay. The mindsets of the people who are working in that particular firm. If they are negative, then the output of that company can be affected because of their performance. Okay, understood? Now, external causes. War. External causes. War. What is war? Is it in the country or outside the country? It always will outside the country. If it is in the country, what it can be called? What it can be called? Shall I give one example? In 1946. Okay, you will understand. Brother, did you remember? It can be called strife. Okay, because of communal, we can say communal. What we can say, communal strife or misunderstandings. Okay? So, what is war? If the war is there for a particular country, then all the preferences has been given to war only. For example, a production of particular companies, particular things are there. Then they are always think first about the soldiers and war, afterwards about the country. Okay, that's why the war is going on. Then all the private companies, all the industries has been considered to provide or to help the country. Okay, and they are always manage all the things which are in their favor. They can do that. Post-war reconstruction. Okay, what happened in the war? They have attacked on any particular country. They also attacked on us. Then what happened? Damages in the country are there. Okay? Roadways will be damaged. Okay? Particular areas will be damaged. Then we have to reconstruct it. Okay? Then technology shock. For example, what is technology shock? What will be there? At the first, there was one example. What was the example? The crash of stock market in 1932 in America. Okay. So, is it related with this? If you read this chapter thoroughly, you will come. Okay. Natural factors are also affecting. Then population growth. It can be also affect. Okay. In short, we can say that all the things which are macro or micro, they are interdependent. Okay. Each things are each thing is just affecting and affecting each other because they are interdependent to each other. Okay. Relevance of business cycles in business decision making. Now here what is the given there? We can say that the solutions if you are in a particular stage. For example, your phase is peak. You are at peak. You know very well that you are going to the second phase, next phase, that is recession. After that, you can be there in the depression. So before going in that particular phase, you have to manage all the things to prevent from that particular phase. Okay, these kind of solutions are given here. That you cannot just start as you started before. Okay, so in this way we have completed. Any problem?